democracy, we mean true representation, and the parliament is the place, and therefore the people must be informed. A program that brings to you expert clarifications and teachings of parliamentary concepts and procedures. Welcome to this program.
Thank you very much.
On Parliamentary Guide, we'll teach, we explain, we clarify parliamentary concepts and terms.
Hello and welcome to the program Parliamentary Guide. I'm Lami Ali. On this episode, we have a distinguished personality who often describes himself as a grassroots politician. We will get to hear why. So join me as we welcome Senator Emeka Keneth Eze, representing Ebonyi Central.
Thank you very much.
Now let's hear a brief on your political journey now that you are at the National Assembly.
Thank you very much. I'm Senator Engineer Eze Keneth Emeka. Just like you said, I represent the good people of Ebonyi Central Senatorial District, and I'm a member of 10th Senate. I come from a background, a humble background, and coming from a state known as South of the Nation, that is Ebonyi State. And you know Ebonyi State people are humble people, very good people that you can take to bank anytime, any day. And we occupy a very important sector of this country. My journey to 10th Senate, I'm a grassroots politician, at least having been a council chairman, local government council chairman, being a coordinator, you will know that I started really from the grassroots. So I'm a people-oriented senator, and that really gained me the support to come to National Assembly. I was elected, and I won overwhelmingly with a very good margin compared to my can I say my competitors or the other contestant. And we were sworn in, and here we are today.
Having served in Ebonyi State and now at the National Assembly, Senator Emeka talks about grassroots politics and the politics at the national level.
So I forgot to tell you the committee I represent, I'm chairman. I'm chairman, Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation. I'm vice chairman, Senate Committee on Water Resources. Then coming to your question, the politics played at the grassroots and the politics played at the national is virtually the same. It's the politics you play at the grassroots that takes you to the level you are now, which is the federal level. And the politics is that for you to be a politician, you must be at home with your people. This is democracy. And in democracy, it is the people that determine your attitude. That you are going to be a politician, you are going to carry the people along. First of all, you have to come from the people. Secondly, the people will accept you to be their own. They must have assessed your character and personality to equally rate you and even to allow you to be their representative. So having emerged from the people, being a coordinator of a development center, coordinator of a development center is like chairman, but not recognized by the federal government or the constitution. But it's the creation of the House of Assembly of the state. It serves as local government as to where. So I moved from that level to chairman of a local government, Ezasat local government. And to have served, it's on record today that I am the longest serving coordinator. So having served 3 consecutive tenures as a coordinator at the grassroots, that is the stage that you're closer to the people. And from there, emerge as a council chairman. I may not go into telling you other positions I've held as a politician in the party, because I've held some position. I've served the party at national level, various committee levels, and Congress level in different states. But having moved from council chairman to a senator, you know that truly I'm the man of the people and the people wanted me. The politics played there is quite same, service to the people. That is the summary of the politics. Once you're serving your people very well, you're already in the politics. At national level, it's the same thing. You come to national level, you're being monitored, you're being watched by your colleague to know where to place you. At National Assembly, like I'm a first-timer and I'm a chairman of a committee, they must have spotted some qualities in me. And that is why I've been given this wonderful opportunity to serve as chairman of a committee. You know what it means, and even vice chairman as well of a grade A committee. It shows that whatever the politics I'm playing it very well, and people are recognizing the effort and my contribution in the National Assembly.
Chairing the committee as the Senate as a first-time lawmaker is not to be taken for granted. Our conversation with the lawmaker proves to be an eye-opener.
It didn't come to me as a surprise because I know what I'm made of. And I know that when you come to national platform like Senate, first of all, they will go through your credential and even your profile to know your background and what you have contributed in your past endeavors, in the offices you've held. And coming to National Assembly for the first time, playing the good politics, the right politics, just like you said, how is the politics at the national level? What it means is that I have played the politics very well. And that's why I'm being recognized. So I feel good that I'm part and parcel of National Assembly and the activities of National Assembly.
As the Chairman Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation, Senator Emeka oversees the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, and other media-related agencies of the federal government. He gives us an insight on the mandate of the committee.
Like you said, it's a very crucial committee, but I have to clear some aspect here. The aspect of media, the Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, and the Senate Committee. It used to be together, but now it is divided into two. And the Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation oversight about 10 agencies and parastatal, which NTA is one of them. So I'm your boss. And other media houses are under me, or the television, electronic media in general are under me. And our core mandate is just to make sure we have our legislative oversight on all of them, making sure that we give them the legislative backing to do their work effectively. I've been a very good advocate of making sure that you people, NTA, function very well and adequate fund is appropriated to you people to do your work. And I try to have an interactive meeting with your directors and DG to ensure that if there is any areas that is of concern to them that will need the legislative attention, that we'll be ready to offer it to them. Have equally went further to sponsor a bill which has passed through first reading on NBC, and this goes a long way to ensure that we put adequate act and bill in place to make sure that all the electronic media which they regulate do their job effectively without infiltrators coming to, abridge or bring bad name to the electronic medias. We try to make sure we give them all the legislative backing, all the legislative act, repeal the laws that are no more. Media is a very dynamic profession, and the act that were ineffective maybe in 19th centuries might not be effective today. We need to repeal the act to be in tandem with the present realities and trend in the industry. is the most dynamic sector of the country, media. So we need to visit the act, look at it, and know the area to repeal, and make sure that it is in tandem with the present reality. And that is what the bill tends to achieve. It's ongoing. By the time we go into public hearing, your people will know the nitty-gritty of the bill. These are some of the things we are doing in our committee.
Senator Emeka also tells us his impression on the operations of government-funded media outfits and what is being done to improve performances.
We've really done well as a committee. And I must tell you, during budget defense, I really spoke for the need to have more funds appropriated to the media. And I defended NTA and other media houses under us. And worthy to mention is the need to digitalize the media sector, especially the NTA and other television houses. It is absurd to note that the foremost television house in Nigeria, NTA, that this government institution is still operating under analog and transmitting through terrestrial platform. And that's born the need to migrate, to sponsor a bill, to migrate from analog to digital. And the process is on now. I know that I just passed an intervention, budget of intervention, to fund the digital switchover, which NTA is captured in that proposal to make sure that all the NTA apparatus is digitalized so that they migrate from transmitting through analog to digital. And that is being housed by NBC. NBC is the regulating agency that will implement that project, and is ongoing now. To be precise, there is an intervention from NCC to release a certain amount of money, which is enough to conclude the switchover project, and that include NTA in the budgeting to make sure that they accommodate NTA in their switchover. Mind you, people operate on spectrum, analog spectrum. NCC is interested in that spectrum, and the only way they can take it is to migrate all the media to digital. When they migrate, they may not need the spectrum again, and that's what encouraged NCC to sponsor the migration from digital to from analog to digital. And NTA equipment and the platform is equally included in that switchover. So as they are migrating, NTA is equally migrating with them. People will start transmitting via satellite direct than all the terrestrial transmission. And it's going to include all the states across the federation of your operations. Well, for NTA, I can say they are trying. I can't speak for most of the state media houses, but generally I can speak. In Nigeria, well, they have done well, but there's still room for improvement in all the media houses, and we are trying to encourage them, give them all the necessary support that they need to do well to serve Nigeria public more effectively. But you cannot take the media away from the general problem that Nigerians face. They operate under the same environment. They have challenges of power, which is a general problem. But I believe the government is working efficiently and effectively to make sure that they solve the challenges of power. This is a major problem. I believe the media industry, they have good professionals, well-trained and experienced, and they try to at least exhibit their experiences to the advantage of the masses. But that's, having said that, they still have some challenges, but I believe it's surmountable.
Mass media regulation, especially social media, is a challenge. Senator Emeka speaks on ongoing efforts to engender sanity in mass media operations.
Well, I could say that they're doing their work. I may not say they're speaking, they're biased in their reportage, but it's what you say, you see that you say. So I believe to some extent, you people are doing well. But like I already said, there is still room for improvement. There is still room for improvement. There are so many policies of government that have been underreported. And I believe that it is the duty of the media houses to propagate the government policy effectively. Yes, you can criticize objectively, but yes, you can report positively. In order to, it has a lot to do about insecurity, about the perception that the people have, the patriotic spirit. It depends on what you feed the public. Mind you, media is quite impactful. If you know the importance of the sector you occupy, you people have a lot to do on the orientation of the masses, the public, about this country, so that we have good values and patriotic spirit. If you are a reporter, it's tailored towards achieving that. It will help, and you people must have contributed positively to the development of the nation.
As the Chairman, Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation, Senator Emeka oversights the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, and other media-related agencies of the federal government. He gives us an insight on the mandate of the committee.
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. I think there is very good synergy. We oversight the Ministry of Information, and NOAA happens to be an agency under them, NTA happens to be. So this is like one family. So there's that synergy there, and I believe they are working in good terms. They have that synergy, there is harmony in their operations. I'm aware that sometimes you people give them some subventions or consideration in airing their program, because if you people want to charge them fully, they may not be able to pay because of poor funding. But because of the concession you do give in your media space, they're able to air most of their program. And I must commend the new DG of NOAA. Is being creative, trying to revive the agency that has been in comatose, trying to look at the present realities and look at the content to bring into his own agency to impact in the national situation as it is now. I think there is that synergy, and both agency and the ministry are trying. There is a collaborative effort to that.
Senator Emeka also tells us his impressions on the operations of government-funded media outfits and what is being done by the National Assembly to improve performances.
I think technology will take care of that. No matter where you are, if you pass any information through any platform, like through your phone or laptop or any other media space, there are ways, there are some technology and software that should be able to identify the equipment that is used to communicate that particular information. And there are IEM, they call it manufacturers' special numbers that are used to identify any particular, even this phone has its own number that you can identify that this information is coming from this phone. So I believe the level technology has gone into, we should be able to identify and trace every information from whichever platform it is being communicated from. Technology can take care of that. And that is why the bill will give the NBC the legislative backing to explore those opportunities, and they use technology in fishing out and regulating those social media.
Now, the lawmaker recently in meeting the needs of constituents, sponsored a bill to establish Federal Polytechnic in Onueke, Ebonyi State.
Well, that is part of the effort because I know the need of my people. That is the effort I have put forward to serve them very well. I know the need of our people because I come from there. I know that the challenges these days is unemployment. You see young graduates, people that will graduate with very good class, first class, and 2-1, coming out to remain at home with their poor parents without the opportunity of getting employment. And I look at it that most times they have the education that may not be, that will not give them the opportunity to be on their own or self-employed. And there is no job to employ them in the field of their studies. So I look at it that what our people need now is to acquire skill and vocation that they can have their hands on a particular vocation that they can use to sustain themselves without being employed by any government agency or parastatals. They can create employment for themselves, and they can only do that if they have the skill. Look at the level technology have taken us to now. Most of jobs will be lost to artificial intelligence. So I feel our people need more of ICT to be trained in a profession that can give them job, that can be self-employed. And those jobs can equally, when they create it, they can even employ other people. And that's what our people need. That's what informed establishing that polytechnic. It's going to be a special polytechnic. They're not going to offer courses that are being offered in regular university. They're going to offer courses on ICT. They're going to offer courses on technology, artificial intelligence, all these sub-courses that are embedded in ICT, information and communication technology. There are so many areas one can choose to go into without, China and India, all these Asian countries, stay in their country because of they outsource their human manpower. They outsource their services to more advanced countries in their country because they have the skill. So if my people can be in Ebonyi State now and have good training in ICT, artificial intelligence, they can be self-employed, they can be in Ebonyi and source out their services to US and other Western countries that may need to require their services and have a good living. So that will take care of unemployment that is everywhere in the country. And having said that, I've done very well in trying to secure federal job for them, which I may not be mentioning now, but at least I have been able to assist most of my constituents, up to 50 persons within 1 year now that are gainfully employed in different federal parastatals and agencies. All those are my effort to make sure that I serve my constituents very well and effectively. Looking at the present government 8-point agenda, they dealt effectively on the need to change our policy in education. And in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, education was part of it. So there is need to make it, to tailor it towards the present reality so that our graduate will be employable graduate. There are courses that in years back, if you study it, you readily get appointment. But these days, those courses you study it, you won't get appointment. You won't get employment, just like history and so many courses. Even you in mass communication, IT is taking most of your job. It's not like before, that once you study mass communication, you'll be readily employed. The jobs you people do are being reduced. So lesser people are needed now to do most of the job that would have been done by more people because of advent of technology. So you have to tailor it, shift towards the trend and the national or global trend. So I believe government is already doing well in the area of education in terms of policy formulation that will really guide us properly. The challenges are quite enormous, but Nigerians should understand at the point we came in, there are already problems that are accumulated. It didn't just start with this administration. It only got worse because it is what it's supposed to be. That's the point we are. If it were to be another administration or government, this thing happening would have still happening because it's something that have built up over a period of time. The problem has been there, but each successive government tried to manage it in their own way. But I think we got to a stage that we cannot manage it any longer and it exploded. And the consequences is what we are seeing. Government have wonderful policy, good policies. So my advice to Nigerian public is to be patient and to know that all hands must be on deck. Everybody has a role to play. Even those outside government have a role to play in order to surmount these problems and challenges. Everybody contributed to this problem. But government, is not shying away from the responsibility. They are where they have the mandate of the people to tackle the problem. But they cannot succeed without the contribution of the masses. Both those in private sector, the farmers in our constituents, everybody, because they need to go to farm. We are faced with food insecurity now. The government will not stay here to cultivate their farms, land in the villages. They are the one to do that. All they need is to provide the assistance and logistics, which they are always trying to do. Like you can see the quantity of fertilizer that is being distributed through the state government and other agencies to the masses. It's just to help them make sure they have a bountiful harvest if they go to farm. So everybody should work hard and have this patriotic spirit to know that they owe this country a duty in any space you occupy, in your small office, in private sector, in marketplaces. Imagine a situation that people try to take advantage of the situation to exploit the helpless masses. You know the product you're selling, because it's in high demand, you allow it to be priced beyond the level it's supposed to be priced, and you're ready to take the money from the already impoverished poor masses. There are some items that you agree with me that is being overpriced, but because of their mentality, they want to take it all. But in a system that we have love for one another, you will not know if a bag of rice should be a particular amount of money. We shouldn't even, because the person coming to buy can give you the money if you ask for it. You go asking for something you know that is more than the price you should have ordinarily taken. So those areas are where they need to contribute. And they have to contribute by some people knowing that if some people hoard this food item, they hoard it because they want it to create artificial scarcity so that they can increase prices and maximize their profit. These are not patriotic spirit. These are not good for our country. That's why I said everybody has to contribute. I can tell you there are people that it is their business to mop up food items and store and be monitoring it. Once that scarcity is there, they will bring it out now to maximize their profit. That is not good for the country, So I will appeal to Nigerians to be patient with this present administration. The government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu means well for this country. He is eager to see change. all his policies are tailored, are people-oriented, tailored towards addressing the perceived problems. It's just that the problems are complex because he just didn't create it. These problems have been there over a period of time until it degenerated to the point we find ourselves. That is what is happening. So all we need to do is to have patience with the government, and for every actors and players to play their own beat. Everybody has a role to play, including those students, including the youth, the aged in the villages. They all have a role to play. It requires everybody to come together now. We don't need to begin to attack the government, unnecessarily. Where we can contribute, we will not contribute. Let me tell you, there's a lot of sabotage going on. People sabotaging the economy, So with everybody accepting to play their own role positively, the country will be good for it tomorrow.
Now that is it on this episode of the program Parliamentary Guide. We thank you for watching and bye for now.